Let's hear what's been happening in Starehe. RACHAEL SHEBESH is with us on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. This is Kenya's biggest conversation. Are you still at Jamhuri High School?
We have just been given a certificate. We have just left. We have left people celebrating, but I've just left.
Okay.
We've just been given. Yeah, in about half an hour ago.
What was this standoff, Mheshimiwa?
Oh my God, it's such a long story. I mean, if you can find ballot papers that are stamped, which are all supposed to be locked in a ballot box, walking around with presiding officers for 2 days, 3 days in bags, and you are the one who has to raise it and take them to Central. And yet it is known by the IBC themselves, the returning officer is involved, the DRO, the security system there. We have told them there's something going on here. The returning officer has totally refused to announce our results. And our candidate has won with 15,000 votes. I have never seen such madness in my life.
So how did this happen, Mheshimiwa? So voting happens in a polling station, counting happens in a polling station.
Exactly.
The results are witnessed by all agents in a polling station. A form is filled.
The form is filled. Then any other material is put in a ballot box and sealed. Then the PRO comes with comes with a copy of the results to this tallying center, which was Jamhuri High School for Starehe. So any ballot paper, whether spoiled, unused, whatever the reason, unused ballot books, spoiled, are supposed to be in a ballot box.
In the sealed ballot box.
Sealed ballot box.
Yes, that is how they finish the tallying. That's how presiding officers finish. So by the time the boxes are being brought, there is no material except this Form 30, I don't know what it is called, that has the results, isn't it?
For the MP, 35A.
From the MP, yeah, from 35A for the MP. And of course for presidential and everybody else. So when we came, of course our agents are ready. The lady refused to count. In fact, the first night when all PROs were arriving in other stations by 3, including Starehe, at 2 in the night when I went there to ask what's going on, is when presiding officers started being received. 2:30 in the night. Even them, they were tired, they were cold, they were frustrated. So in that process, presiding officers, about 13, say they don't have their material, they don't have their results. So they need the ballot box opened to get the material inside, until they put it inside. So we asked them a simple question. When you are trained, you are told, put what you are putting in and carry the one you are coming to the tallying center. Since we have 200 and something PROs, how is it that 13 only did not get these instructions? So this returning officer lady is insisting we open the ballot box. Now you know the process of opening a ballot box is very, very complicated. Because you have to call all agents to open a ballot box, even one, from MCA agents to presidential. You have to. Because you open a ballot box. So this is what she has been playing with, and we have been asking her. So in the end, as we were fighting all these things, we asked them, and what are in these bags? So our boy said, open these bags. So I told the police, can you open for us this bag?
What kind of bags? Handbags?
These ones that, no, you know, they have all these rucksacks. All these officers, all these PROs, they have similar rucksacks they have been given. Then even one was wrapped in a kikoi. About 20,000. You know, it's like a joke. I'm not even understanding why people are even talking about IBC. I can't believe they were in a kikoi. They were taken to Central. 2 hours later, we found another batch, the ones that you are seeing in social media. So we asked honestly, what are we even doing? So eventually, because of going to the police and everything, we went back. She still insisted on opening the ballot box. I said, okay, if that's the process, call somebody more senior than you, because we are not trusting you, and thus we'll have our agents here. When the senior person came, What we've been telling this woman throughout, these papers you're not finding will not change the tally, is what the county returning officer has come to announce. But I also believe that is because of the pressure and the publicity and the media coverage. Otherwise, I don't think they were going to shift.
You know, I'm listening to what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but are you saying that in these rucksacks, these backpacks, and the documents covered in Kikois, that these were ballot papers?
Ballot paper stamped. A ballot paper
Marked
that is stamped
or
means
unmarked?
it's been given some marked, some unmarked. Ballot paper stamped means it is being given to a voter.
Yeah.
Because it's cut, it's stamped, it's given to you. For senator, for governor, for MP, for MCA, for president also, for president. Yeah. So let me tell you what their plan was, which was too long and winded. They wanted us to open these ballot boxes that these PROs can have no papers, so that they staff. So
And
they had the
what would it
papers
have
ready to
been?
start.
That it would have been you who had agreed to have these boxes opened, and it was in the plain view of
that is
everybody.
what they were forcing us, because we were so desperate to be. They said, okay, just let us open. The tallying paper is inside. The one that they are supposed to carry by law. Please just let us open. They made a mistake. You know, I asked her, 13 of your people made a mistake. How foolish do you think we look? 13 people can make a mistake. Which training was they? Then I even told those PROs, you people did not hear you take personal responsibility. Then they started panicking. By the way, they are so compromised. If those people's phones are checked, the kind of, and I'm telling you, the kind of communication, you know, we also know who was paying them. The kind of communication you will see between our competitors, I really do not know. I really don't know.
So during this entire standoff, what was the stand by your competitors? Were they also supporting the arrow in the call to reopen the ballot boxes?
Of course, 100%.
And what was their
They are the ones who are
argument?
telling Adul. They are the ones who are saying don't, because they want to stuff the box, because Simon Bogwa wants to win. This is a Simon Bogwa thing. It's not that it's something we don't know. Simon Bogwa was there. He comes there. Outside there, he talks to them. You find a returning officer. She would disappear for an hour or two. Tell me where you can go to a polling station now, and there is no tallying going on for an hour or two. She somewhere disappeared in the backyard.
Now that Amos Mwago has been declared winner, what was the margin?
Yes,
The final tally?
15,000. 15,000.
The,
No, the gap was 15,000. I don't even know what the tally was.
The gap-
we've been just saying
the
our
gap
gap is
between
15,000.
him and the next and the
and
number
Simon
two.
Bogwa. Yeah.
And from what you
15,000.
said, you were looking at some 20,000 ballot papers that they were
Thrown
carrying
around, walking around carelessly. These ballot papers that are costing a year each, I don't know how much. These ones which are coming from Greece are like toilet paper. And I am telling you, instead of being in a ballot box, even there is one who had no shame. The one who is in the video you will see Ngil is talking to. That man says that his child was sick. So he left to another PRO to hold for him. So this other PRO is saying, me, I shouldn't be in trouble because I was only holding for him. I said, you are holding ballot papers which are stamped. And that PRO who he was holding for him is a teacher from that school. So they slept in that school. I don't know whether in his house, I don't know where. You know, it is so basic, and so it sounds silly with how basic it sounds, but it's ridiculous.
So, Mheshimiwa SHEBESH, now that you say this is really, really casting a very bad shadow on the constituency itself and this election for MP, do you think it also affects the other elections, the presidential election, MCA, senator, governor?
We found presidential ballot papers, the same number of almost 2 booklets of presidential. We found of MCA, we found of governor, we found of senator and the MP. Let me ask you.
And how many ballot papers are there in a booklet?
Why do I think that they're like 3? I don't know. It's fat. You didn't see that thing?
No, I saw them when I went to vote. There were many. I'm just wondering how many there are. So if there are several
like 10,
booklets, then
or I don't know. Yeah, they are By the way, in total, we have about 20,000 ballot papers that we took to Central.
Okay.
Then you see even this thing that when you know what remains from a ballot book, the counterfoils.
Yes.
Also, which are supposed to be there in a sealed. They are also somehow, I don't know, working with them. Then they have pictures of voters. I don't know whether it's voter registers or it's with pictures of people and their phone numbers. Then, by the way, there was a book, an exercise book, where they've written their strategy of stealing. That is how stupid they were. At Itoa, who you have 50, at class 8. You know me, I'm thinking it's a movie, by the way.
Oh, come on, Rachel. These are the things that you have seen.
You're part of the leaders of, Team Nairobi.
I could not believe how brazen this thing is. I mean, I have seen elections, but I have never seen such an attempt in my life.
Do you think
but I hear the kind of money that walked around that session
is a lot?
Is a lot.
Rachel, do you think this was replicated in other constituencies in Nairobi? As
we
part of the team of Team Nairobi, what do you think this means to Nairobi?
We even found Kasarani ballot papers. Kasarani, they have complained. Mathare, Mheshimiwa Oloch just came to join us there. He has just been given certificate now. He told us even in Mathare, 2 people have been arrested over IBC. Yes. So it is a thing that is all over. So imagine there is no credibility on that one. Even them, they don't know what to tell us. They don't know what to reply.
So in the seats that you win and the seats that you lose, there is questions of credibility of the entire result.
How we have won, whether you win or lose, you will always ask yourself a question. They have unfortunately made even the seats of MCAs raise doubts. Yes. Because everybody now is wondering, okay, then did I really lose?
Yeah.
So they opened up a Pandora's box for people to start questioning things, taking legal whatever, just because of refusing to announce a winner who has got a gap of 15,000.
So what next will you do as Team Nairobi?
As first of all, we want to just have Baba declared, then we will deal. But this returning officer, me, I've even said it on the media, personally, SHEBESH. Imagine she has to be prosecuted.
You can imagine. And what if Baba is not declared?
Baba will be declared. What do you mean Baba is not declared?
Okay.
There's always a possibility.
I'm saying we are waiting for Baba to be declared and then we will deal with this IBC. Because we raised IBC issues, people thought we were being petty. From the moment they started messing, Kenya started saying we are real. From the time, I don't know, governors' papers have come confused. What has happened? People started saying we are saying a point. Now, after what I've seen today, and the returning officers who are so compromised, because when that list of returning officers was published, as Azimio, we raised issues about those returning officers who had records everybody knows.
Mheshimiwa, what do I hear you to be saying that if what we are seeing in Nairobi is what it is, then it could be that in other parts of the country, similar things could have happened?
I promise you, people have heard my story today. You just wait and hear how many stories are going to come up. People have just been suffering silently. Me, I'm just a person who has never suffered silently. I was not brought up that way. People have been suffering silently. Now they are calling me. I'm asking them, but why were you not calling me? Why were you not calling us? Even our own candidates in Nairobi here, they have been fighting their wars, thinking that they are fighting their wars because they are thinking, oh, they are scared. I said, no. I'm telling you, there is no way this is not a replica of what is happening. The network of it, the way it is planned, because unfortunately even the security people were compromised. In fact, we had to have those police officers the first day changed. We were brought new ones because I said we can't deal with these guys. They can't be. We are being played here, and they are not our security. We had to ask for them to be changed.
Rachel SHEBESH, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
The stage is being set, isn't it?
Completely. Come Monday.
Because, I asked that question.
Shifts.
I'm looking at the issues that we've been hearing in Kirinyaga.
Yep.
Okay.
We're hearing the same in Laikipia. I was speaking
Yes.
to Governor
The
last
back and
night.
forth, the back and forth. And as she says, we are certain to hear it from other parts of the country also.
Yeah.
And the thing about this conversation that I'm finding interesting is they don't talk about what they allege. They're telling you we found this and we've taken it to the police station. We've done this and we've done this. Now, I'd like to really wonder, is there another explanation for it? And I can't find another except the one that I'm hearing. I mean, I'm really trying to figure what else could we be seeing here. And
Just when we were sitting there saying, "Oh, this election,
So
oh,
peaceful.
IEBC,
yes,
oh,
but it was peaceful
transparent,
until now.
It's been
transparent."
carried out so well.
Anyway.
Until
Let's go to the weekend and wait for Wafula Chebukati